Welcome to Zend Studio, the leading integrated development environment for PHP web applications. Zend Studio maximizes developer productivity by allowing you to develop and maintain code faster, resolve application issues quickly, and improve team collaboration. The steps in this video will guide you through some very basic workflows in Zend Studio, which will help you quickly get started with developing and running your PHP applications. So here we go. To start working in Zend Studio, you should first create a new PHP project which will contain the files for your application. To do this, I'm going to the menu bar and selecting File, New, Local PHP Project. In the new Local PHP Project wizard, we can enter the project's name, choose the location for the project's folders, and select which content to use in the project, Zend Studio's built-in PHP or Zend framework. Clicking Next, you can select libraries to add to the project. Clicking Finish creates the project, which then appears in the PHP Explorer view. You can now start to develop your application by creating PHP files in your project. To do this, I'm going to right-click my project in the PHP Explorer and select New PHP File. In the New PHP File wizard, I'm going to name the file and click Next. I now have the option to select a PHP template with which to create the new file from, with a preview window that allows me to see what the new file will look like. And clicking Finish creates the new file, which is automatically displayed in the PHP editor as your main view. Now that your project has a PHP file, you can use Zend Studio's PHP element creation wizards to quickly and easily create PHP elements. In the PHP Explorer, right-click the project or file in which you want to create the new PHP element in, and select New. Select the PHP element you want to create, a new class, interface, or trait. Enter the required details for the new element, and click Finish. Your new element is created and added in the selected file. It also appears in the outline view, which will slowly be filled with more and more elements, constructing your code as you proceed with your development. Manually type code in your file. As you type, Zend Studio's Content Assist will suggest code options according to the context of the code. You can select a required code string to quickly insert it into your script. If the Content Assist window does not pop up automatically, press Ctrl space. If at any point during your development you want to rename an element, this can easily be done using the in-place refactoring feature. This will apply the rename operation to all occurrences of the required element so that all links between elements are maintained. To rename an element within the editor, place your cursor on the element to be renamed, right-click and select Refactor, Rename. Enter the new name and press Enter. All occurrences of the element name are automatically updated across your project. It's good programming practice to comment all functions, classes, and methods in your code. This helps both the developer and others who might look at the code to understand its purpose. Simply add a double slash and comment away. Zend Studio also allows you to easily select and comment existing lines. To do this, select all the lines that you would like to comment and press Ctrl and slash. 2 slashes are added at the beginning of the lines, recognizing them as a comment. Zend Studio can automatically format your code according to set standards to make it easily navigable and readable. To format your code, select it in the PHP editor and press Ctrl, Shift, F. Your code is automatically formatted. Finding and replacing code can be troublesome in large files. Using Zend Studio's Find and Replace makes this process easier and quicker. All you have to do is press Ctrl F, enter the required search string in the Find field, and the required string to replace it with. If necessary, configure the settings under the Direction, Scope, and Options category. Click Replace. Great, you finished your initial development work and now would like to preview it. No problem. To run your code locally as a CLI application, right-click the file from which you would like to start the execution in the PHP Explorer and select Run as PHP CLI application. Your application will run locally and is displayed in the browser output view. To run your application on a web server, right-click the file in the PHP Explorer and select Run as PHP Web Application. Make sure the URL is correct and click OK. Your application runs on your web server and is displayed in Zend Studio's internal browser. Once you've familiarized yourself with the basics, you can begin additional tasks in Zend Studio, such as debugging, profiling, and deployment. For information on these topics and more, check out the online documentation on Zend.com.